Good afternoon. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Good afternoon. It's 12:44. How is everyone doing? I just got a quick message for you today. A quick message for you today. Welcome. My name is Monique. I'm a life coach and I teach women how to take responsibility for their happiness, success, and freedom. So come on in and join me today. Listen, I have a message today, and it's a quick message. Um, Stop talking so much. Stop talking so much. Some of you all have people in your life that you consider close, you consider family. Um, these people are not for you. These people are not for you. Hey, Radiant Sun, you know, especially, and I want to talk about family for a minute because a lot of us who have experienced being in toxic families, sometimes you feel like you can tell your family members things, right? You feel like you can share things with family because they're blood, because they're your relative. You can't do that. Stop talking to people. My connection is going bad, so I may be going in and out. I don't know why. I should be able to connect to the Wi-Fi, but this is on a spiritual level. And the reason I'm telling you to stop talking so much and stop telling family members things, because I used to be that way. I'm an open book. I'm a free spirited soul. I don't feel like I have anything to hide. But sometimes when you tell people certain things, when you talk to people and you tell them certain things, it be these same people that is speaking curses over your life. It be these same people going to tell people things that you have going on in your life. And you won't even think that they're jealous, that they're haters, that they are, envious of you. You won't even know because you think you're looking at it because your heart is so pure. You're looking at it from the state of, this my family. This my family. They wouldn't do anything like that. Some of you all looking at it from the perspective of, this my family. They have more than me. They got more things than me, more things, more stuff than me. I'm telling you all, we are in a spiritual war. We are in a spiritual war, and it's good versus evil. It's not family members versus non-family members. It's not that. It is good versus evil. That's what we're in. It's the evil-hearted against the pure-hearted. It's the children of light against the children of darkness. And I'm not talking about because you go to church. I'm not talking about that. This is bigger than that. Because you got some people go to church and they're the child of darkness. They're the children, they're a child of darkness. Just because they sit in a building, that doesn't mean that they're pure-hearted. That doesn't mean that their intentions are pure. You got to think bigger than you got to think past the physical. But you all have people in your life that you're talking to that are speaking ill against you. They want you to fail. They're speaking against, your children not succeeding. They're speaking against your marriage. And we don't think it's the people who's close to us. We'll never think. We always think it's somebody on the outside. We always think it's something or somebody on the outside. I know for me, I used to be so naive. I used to be so naive because I was so pure-hearted and my intentions were good towards people. There was no reason for me to think that somebody was evil or somebody was jealous or somebody was, hating or speaking ill on me. I didn't have, no reason because my heart was pure towards everyone. I didn't have no, like, I didn't have, you got to remember, just because you are pure hearted and you love people from the genuine part of your heart, everybody's not like that. The way you see the world out of these eyes and out of the eyes that, we can't see, your spiritual eyes, the way you see the world, everybody's not like that. And when I tell you, I had to swallow some large pills over the past few years. I had to swallow some large pills. You know the saying, that's a hard pill to swallow? Oh, I had to swallow some hard pills. I had to come to terms with some truths that I didn't want to believe. I had to come to terms with some truths that I did not want to believe about people. But God had to take me back. He took me all the way back. He took me all the way back from when I was a child. And he brought me up to speed to where I am now, showing me different behaviors and spirits about people and how they acted and what. When I tell you, only God can give you that revelation. Only God can show you different things that, naturally you won't be able to see, because people are deceptive. People are very deceptive. They're very deceptive. They can hide behind religion. They can hide behind going to church. You got to be able to see beyond that. You got to be able to see beyond that. And one thing about people who are chosen, right? Who are anointed, right? You're chosen. When you're chosen from birth. All of the gifts and talents that God give you or put upon you, all the spiritual gifts, that comes from birth. Nobody could lay hands on you and give you that. The spiritual gifts, the anointing, that comes from God. It comes from God. All those spiritual gifts you have that are natural, it comes from God. No one can give you that. That's why your life was so hard. That's why you had to fight harder than other people. It was because of the gift, the talent. That's why you were confused and wondering why people don't like you and you didn't do anything to them. It's not that they didn't like you. They didn't like the light. They didn't like that you were chosen. And the quicker you come to terms with it, the quicker you accept that there's something special about you, and not to say that to put you above anyone else, because that's not your heart. The people who I'm talking about who are chosen, your heart is not wicked. Your heart is not wicked. You're going to tell the truth. You're going to stand for truth regardless of who likes it. Regardless of who likes it. You don't want to be like that. But guess what? You were born that way. You were born that way. Because see, you don't want to tell the truth when you got to tell the truth and it's your mom. You don't want to be that way. You don't want to tell the truth when you got to tell the truth when it's your family, your grandma, your granddaddy, your dad, your siblings. You don't want that truth to be told because you know it's going to cause some havoc. We don't want to be this way, but we were born that way. Born truth tellers, honest people. 99.999% of the time. Honest. People tend to want to befriend you so they can keep tabs on your life. So they can keep tabs on your life. You have to discern people by their spirits. And you have to be sure in what you feel. Because, see, let me tell you, people can come to you singing your praises. They can come to you with flattery. But you have to be able to discern the spirit behind that. Is it a genuine spirit or is it a deceptive spirit? That's how most of the chosen ones got caught up in toxic relationships, because of this flattering spirit. They call it, naturally, they call it a love bomb. People come in heavy with doing things for you, flattering you, complimenting you. And you're being led by the flattery. You're not being led by your common sense and your spirit. You're not being led by your spirit. Because your spirit would have told you to take your time. Because a person coming in with flattery and all these compliments, that's not normal. A person always complimenting you, not saying you don't, you shouldn't accept the compliment, but when it's heavy, when the gifts are heavy, the compliments are heavy, you got to put your brakes on. Put on your brakes and say, you know what? Hold on. It's going too fast. Let me see what this is about. People coming bearing gifts. Discern that by the spirit. Discern, hi, I'm checking on you. I haven't heard from you. Discern that checking up on by the spirit. If you know you don't talk to these people. If you know you don't talk to these people. Because sometimes people are just monitoring spirits. They want to know what you got going on. That's why people will get mad at you when you no longer want to connect with them on social media. And it's nothing personal. You're just trying to protect your privacy. As far as like your personal page. Because people want to monitor you, see what you got to say, see who you saying something about, see they're trying to put pieces of your life together by what you saying on social media. This is why you shouldn't do it. It's not that you don't want people to know what you got going on, but you got a lot of monitoring spirits. You got a lot of witches. Nowadays, people don't have to do anything anymore to monitor your life because we put everything on social media. Everything. What you're doing, where you going, where you been, who you're married to, what your children. And the same people that's liking your page, saying congrats and liking your stuff, your biggest haters. The biggest devils are connected to you. The biggest witches. Their hearts are not pure towards you, but they want to be connected to you because they want to know what's going on in your life. Monitor your life. They want to be connected to you on social media, but they're connected to you. They can pick up the phone and call. But on social media, oh, they all loving and caring and this and that. No. That's what you call wicked. That's deception. deception. People want to monitor you without any connection. This is why you shouldn't talk so much. I had to learn this because people call me, and you got to be careful too when people call and you talk to certain people. You just feel like you want to spill out your beans, tell them everything's going on. That's a spirit. That's not normal for you to automatically want to tell them what you got going on in your life, what troubles you're dealing with. God will send you a listening ear. He'll send you a confidant. He'll send you somebody to talk to. He'll send you the right people because he know we need people. He know we need each other. And until he send you someone, talk to him. Until he send you someone to talk to God. That's why you need a relationship with him. Journal. Get in your journal. Express how you feel to release that in your journal. Because everybody don't mean you well. Everybody don't mean you well. You're giving people fuel to continue their foolishness. Some relationships, you don't have to cut them off, but let that relationship be about you and that person or that conversation. Let that conversation be about you and that person. Don't talk about nobody else. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing? I'm well. How are you? Keep it bland. Keep it bland. Keep it vanilla, as they will say. Just plain. Because people are fishing for information. They're hoping. You got some people so wicked, they're hoping that you fail in life. This is how wicked people are. They're so unhappy with themselves, they want you to fail. They want you to need them. They want you to depend on them when our dependence should be on God. He will send us a helping hand. He will send us people we need. And you will know it's God. I remember, I'm going to tell y'all this. I remember I had a time, and I'm led to share this because somebody needs to hear what God will do for you. I remember there was a time when I had to move. I had sold my house and I was getting ready to move. And I thought that I would be able to pay for my moving deposit, my security deposit with my credit card. I had a credit card, but I had to pay that credit card down though after I moved, sold my house. But I thought I have the money. Well, I thought I could use my credit card to put down the money I need for my security deposit. But the place that I was moving to, they didn't take credit cards for a security deposit. And I knew I had the money on there, and it was a lot of money. And I was sitting there, I'm like, oh Lord, I'm like, I'm getting ready to move. I'm like, who can I call? Who can I call? Okay, family. Okay. Who can I call to get this type of money that I need, that I know will have it? Or that I know when look at me like I'm asking, too much. And I prayed about it. And this was more than $3,000 that I needed, right? And God put a person on my heart who I'm connected to. And I mentioned this in another video a while back. I don't remember which one. But he put a person in my heart that I can ask for the money. And I asked this person for the money. And when I asked the person for the money, he told me that person had no issue, no hesitation with giving me that money. No hesitation with giving me that cashier's check. Had the check for me the next day, just like she said she would. But this is what God will do. He'll send people in your life where he will use them as a vessel to help you get to where you need to go. So you won't be out here stressing. That's why you need to have a relationship with him and trust him. Trust him. Because that was a lot of money I needed. And I didn't have it like that on me. Right? I didn't have it like me. And the person helped me with no hesitation, no attitude, no nothing. They were like, okay, just let me know when. Just send me the name of the company and the person or the company. This is what God will do for you. Because our dependence should be on him. Not making people our God. Not making grandma, mama, daddy our God. Our dependence should be on God. And I'm so glad I learned that and he was teaching me this all the while, because when all my parents and grandparents, they're all deceased. And I really didn't have anyone to call to ask for assistance, to get help. So guess what? That taught me how to manage and be responsible. Because if I would have had those crutches to lean on, my grandma, who would give me anything, I would be reckless and irresponsible with my spending. But that taught me how to be a responsible adult and not be, not be out here doing things I don't have any business. Because I tell people, if I come ask you for something, that means I need it. I'm not too prideful to ask for help. That means I need it. But what I was saying is, God will provide for you. Because you know in your spirit who you can ask to help you and who are not going to help you. They're going to talk about you. You know in your spirit who you can ask if you need help of that nature. If you need help of that nature. But stop talking so much. Stop telling people what you got going on. Stop telling people your business, because those same people who you're talking to, they're not for you. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you, they're not for you. You know they're not for you, but you don't want to believe it. Yes, you don't want to believe it. I didn't want to believe it. Let me tell you, I didn't want to believe a lot of things. I'm like, am I going cuckoo? Because, people label you crazy. They'll put that crazy label on y'all when y'all wake up and see things spiritually. That's the first thing they do. Put that crazy label on you. Second thing, they allow on you to assassinate your character, to discredit you. And, yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll put that crazy label. Yes. Oh, yeah, Greta. Listen. I think I'm going to do another book. I think I'm going to write a book. I'm going to find the title. Because them family curses are not a joke. Them family curses, them family secrets. What else? Them family curses, them family secrets. That jealousy. That hate. That conspiring and teaming up. All that is not a joke. But once you realize the spirit implications behind it, it becomes more bearable to get through, because it is a tough thing to get through, because you're trying to understand why. But if you're not spiritual, you're not connected to God, you're not going to understand. You're just going to be in your feelings. You're going to be in your feelings about everything. If my phone cut off, I'm going to come back on. But you're going to be in your feelings about everything. Oh, yeah, Greta, child. Look, that's why I pray. If my spirit don't feel right about that, I'm not going. I don't care who it is. If I don't feel good in my spirit, if I got to think about who going to be there, what the person, I'm not going to all that. That's being fake and phony. That letting you know something.